Hi there, I'm Sue Hitzmann, creator of the Melt Method and founder of Longevity Fitness. I'm excited to share with you the missing link to resilient, pain-free living, and I'm also going to offer you an opportunity to join our worldwide instructor community where thousands of top-notch educators just like you are transforming lives by using the Melt Method with clients, freeing them from chronic pain. Now, while everybody hopes to live a healthy, active, pain-free life, hundreds of millions of people worldwide suffer with pain symptoms every single day. Now, you might think pain only becomes chronic in the elderly or people who lead unhealthy lifestyles or have a disease. But even young people who engage in daily activity, eat a healthy diet, and do everything right experience ongoing, reoccurring pain symptoms. Pain is not selective. It can happen to anyone, everyone, at any age. I've been on a mission for over 2 decades to help answer a very complicated question. What causes pain to become chronic? To answer this question, I want to teach you about the fascial system. What is it? What role does the fascial system play in persistent pain symptoms? How does it play a major role in your health span, resilience, and longevity? In fact, I'm going to link this system to your neurological, hormonal, metabolic, and emotional stability, which affect how you feel from day to day. And I'll explain how adding Melt to your daily self-care practice and your business can help you and your clients directly address the missing link to pain-free living and gain the power to transform how you feel. The Melt Method is a daily self-care practice that I developed over 20 years ago to empower my long-term clients to engage in an at-home practice to use between our sessions to sustain and amplify their results. The Melt Method blends mindful meditation and breathwork techniques to calm the mind and improve heart rate variability with self-administered techniques akin to hands-on therapies. So doing a Melt session is like receiving a cranial sacral therapy, structural integration, and neuromuscular therapy treatment without having to go to 3 separate specialists every single day. And really, who has the time or money to spend on daily treatments from a therapist? The Melt Method is not a foam rolling or self-myofascial release technique. This neurofascial therapeutic practice aims to restore autonomic regulation, efficiency, and stability. It's a proactive rather than reactive solution to the pain problem I call hands-off bodywork. We use specialized soft tools and techniques to get to the root cause of pain, rather than merely alleviating symptoms of pain with the Melt 4Rs protocol. Reconnect, rebalance, rehydrate, and release. While neurofascial science are complex and I am a science geek and love talking about the scientific aspects of fascia, I'm going to simplify how fascia is linked to your metabolic, hormonal, neurological, and emotional stability without overwhelming you with technical terminology. Now, stay until the very end of this presentation, and I'll also offer you a personalized discount to enroll in the Melt introductory course. I'll tell you more about what's involved in our online training curriculum, but for now, let's talk about how fascia is linked to pain symptoms, neurological regulation, and how it impacts your immune system. Once you understand the problems fascia can create, I'll share a simple solution and teach you how you can support this system to improve your overall well-being with the Melt Method. It's a fact. At some point in our life, we'll all experience something that'll cause us pain if we haven't already. Lots of things can cause us to sense pain. Acute pain symptoms caused by traumatic events like accidental falls and sports injuries, chronic pain symptoms caused by a side effect of surgeries, illness, disorders, and diseases, and the gray area between the two I call sudden chronic pain. It's the pain that seems to come out of nowhere and doesn't have a definable source. For example, have you ever fallen asleep healthy, but you woke up in the morning and you couldn't turn your head to the left or you couldn't stand up straight? Or the day after the same morning run you've done 1,000 times, the side of your leg aches so bad you walk with a limp for weeks? What about pain caused from emotional trauma or heartbreak? They say time heals all wounds, but sometimes sudden chronic pain lasts for months or even years. That's what happened to me. At the young age of 28, one morning, at the peak of my fitness career, the bottom of my foot hurt me. I thought to myself, I must have stepped on a piece of glass. But no matter what I did, that pain persisted. Over months, it didn't get better. It actually got worse. And slowly, over the course of a year, it turned into this body-wide ache and fatigue that I could not shake. Nothing in my vast toolbox, from a degree in exercise science to advanced certifications in neuromuscular therapy, made a dent in my pain or fatigue symptoms. It affected my mood, my sleep, and my belief that it would ever end. When I finally sought out help from doctors to find a solution, it wasn't helpful at all. I was either offered pain relievers or antidepressants to manage my pain, as if I had endured a traumatic event or was diagnosed with a disease. But my initial diagnosis was plantar fasciitis, so I kept thinking, inflamed fascia. Could inflamed fascia be causing my pain to persist? And if that's the case, what actions could I take to proactively tackle this instead of taking a pain pill and mask it? How do you fix inflamed fascia? In my search for a solution, I found an emerging field of neuroscience and fascial research that helped me uncover the missing link to resolving my pain symptoms and help other people resolve their chronic pain too. If you're searching for a solution to your own pain, this information will help you realize you can end the pain cycle you're in too. Traditional anatomy defined fascia as the supportive material that cushions and separates all of the definable parts in your body. And the therapeutic industry has used the term myofascia to discuss how muscles and fascia work together to move us for decades. Myofascial meridians are great models to help us understand how too much tension in one region of the body can cause too much compression somewhere else and throw off the fine balance of our overall structure. So on a macroscopic level, as a tissue, fascia connects everything, which is why they call it connective tissue. In dissections, we can see definable parts, membranes, layers, ligaments, tendons, and even definable connections, which might make you think that there's separation between the parts. However, from skin to bone, head to toe, fascia interpenetrates every element in your body without any separation at all. Because of the advances in science and technology, researchers are studying the tiniest elements of fascia like fibroblasts, fibers, and interstitial fluids using atomic force microscopy. In fact, in just the past few years, Dr. Carla Stecco discovered a new cell in fascia that produces hyaluronin, a very important substance in fascia that sustains its gliding potential. And it's also been estimated that the entire fascial network in the human body possesses 250 million nerve endings, making it the largest sensory organ in the entire body. But as a system, collectively, on a microscopic level, fascia is a seamless, three-dimensional, fluid-based collagen matrix, giving your entire body stability and connectivity. In recent times, the term biotensegrity has been used to explain how fascia acts as a tension compression management system by applying mechanical tensegrity principles to biological structures. In a basic building design, one brick is stacked atop another until you have continuous compression forces managing the structure. However, tensegrity models possess discontinuous compression elements that are suspended within a continuous tensional network, like you see here. In biology, all living matter possesses tensegrity architecture, so in a living system, we call it biotensegrity. Fascia is the only system in the entire body that possesses this powerful architecture. It's the environment. Everything in your body relies upon to function efficiently. Fascia could also be considered a neuroelectrochemical communication network that transmits vibration and frequency down to every cell, all the way down to your DNA. Fascia is the only substance in the entire body that can be defined as a tissue, an organ, and a system, which plays a role in stress regulation, inflammation and wound repair, nutrient absorption, transportation and waste elimination, immune and neurological regulation, and even your mental well-being. So now that you know a little bit about what fascia is, let's break down the cascade of issues it can cause if you don't take time to care for it directly from day to day. Even if you're not managing a pain problem right now, I'll guarantee you've experienced what I call pre-pain signals, alerting you that your fascia needs your attention. For example, have you ever felt as stiff as a dried out sponge when you first wake up in the morning? Or have you ever sat for long periods of time and when you get up, you kind of feel like you aged 40 years because your joints don't work as well when you get up as they did when you sat down? Well, these aches and stiffness are so common, most people don't think it's a problem because once you start moving around, the stiffness goes away. But the tension compression mismanagement that's existing, that's not going away. To better understand pre-pain signals, think of fascia like a sponge. When a sponge is hydrated, it can supportively move and adapt when you compress or pull on it. It absorbs water efficiently, and it always returns to its ideal shape once tension or compression is released. But when a sponge is dehydrated, it's stiff, inflexible. It doesn't adapt, react, or respond efficiently when it's compressed. It certainly doesn't absorb water efficiently, and it doesn't return to its ideal shape when you take the tension or compression away. Tissue like this is not what you want in your body. Fascia, as a system, acts similar to a sponge. When we're still for long periods of time or perform repetitive postures or movements, the fluid flow in the fascial system declines. The stiff to elastic properties lose their tone, which alters the supportive qualities the 250 million nerve endings in fascia rely upon to create optimal neural signaling. Now, what's important to understand is daily living alters fluid flow. It's a natural cellular process that's happening to every single one of us every single day, regardless of your activity level, water intake, age, or diet. Now, here's the link to your nervous system. Kind of like how a GPS system needs to maintain its connection to satellites to accurately coordinate your route to get you where you want to go when you drive your car, well, your nervous system kind of works the same way. The nervous system needs to maintain a clear connection to your joints to move you efficiently. So if you think of the fluid in fascia like a river, repetitive postures and movements of daily living create sediment that alters the river's natural flow, causing excessive tension, compression, and friction on this system, which on a global level alters joint stability and mobility. I like to call this lack of fluid flow stuck stress, and it loves to accumulate around our joints where fascia is extra durable and supportive. Now, if your joints are full of stuck stress, sensory motor responses can become delayed. It's kind of like taking a detour instead of a direct route. You still get where you want to go, but compensation and repetitive stress decrease agility, accuracy, and sensory motor control. It's a key factor that causes repetitive stress injuries and what I explained and defined earlier as sudden chronic pain. It's also the origin of many symptoms like prolonged muscle soreness, poor balance, inflexibility, and low-grade inflammation, which causes your joints to ache all the time. Now, if you do what most people do when you have these symptoms, you pop a pill to mask your symptoms, you're setting yourself up for more problems down the road. If you think of your brain's pain response as the smoke detector going off when your toaster's on fire, taking a pain reliever is kind of like walking over to the smoke detector and pulling the batteries out to stop the alarm, but the toaster's still on fire. Stopping a pain symptom without fixing the cause of pain creates stress accumulation, which throws the autonomic nervous system out of balance. Your autonomic nervous system and the neurological regulators that manage stress, repair, and digestion get out of balance. And here's another problem. Instability is sneaky. The autonomic and involuntary components that regulate stability without our conscious control are designed to adapt and compensate to keep us functioning with some level of efficiency. If the regulation aspect of stress, metabolism, and digestion and cellular repair aren't functioning efficiently, well, your immune responses can go haywire. The bad news is you don't even know it's happening until you start feeling symptoms that seem completely unrelated to how you feel when you move. Now you start noticing you're gaining weight, or you have trouble digesting food, even though you haven't changed your diet. Or you constantly feel bloated or constipated, no matter what you eat. Now that stresses you out mentally and shades your emotional balance. So now you feel anxious or depressed most days, or you have midday fatigue and start binge eating sugary foods to pep you up. At work, you have difficulty concentrating and you feel flat out exhausted in the middle of the day. And what's worse is, as exhausted or as wired as you felt during the day, at night, when you try to fall asleep, you can't wind down. Or you wake up in the middle of the night and you can't fall back asleep. And that's the biggest problem of them all, since most of your body's natural healing and repair processes occur when you sleep. If your sleep isn't restorative, your body's natural repair mechanisms can't do their job, and you wake up the next morning with a backlog of stuck stress for your nervous system and your immune system to manage. Yet we have the power to support the system that's causing so much of this stress cascade. There really is a simple solution. By learning how to improve fluid flow in your fascial system and stimulate the restore regulator of your autonomic nervous system, you can become proactive and learn to catch pre-pain signals well before they cause symptoms and eliminate them. I call the collaboration of these systems your autopilot. You can improve your autopilot's efficiency rather than waiting for the stress regulator to trigger a pain signal to let you know your autopilot needs your help. Melt gives you a simple, effective way to help yourself and your clients retrain the autopilot to bypass the pain signals and direct it toward identifying and addressing the cause of pain. I want to teach you how to get in your body to get you out of pain and help your clients do the same by becoming a Melt instructor. The Melt Instructor Training Path is a series of educational courses. The foundation of that path is the Melt Hand and Foot Therapy Training. Treating the hands and feet is a missing piece to maintaining stability and efficient mobility as we age. In the many years of treating clients with chronic pain, the fundamental hand and foot therapy treatments were the homework I gave my clients to use between our sessions to help maintain their stability and transform their health. Regardless of your client's goals or pain symptoms, introducing these techniques into your sessions when they're with you and empowering your clients with the self-care treatment they can do between sessions on their own at home will enhance their results too. In this training, you'll learn why optimizing sensory reception through your hands and feet is the missing link to maintaining stability and function on every level. This philosophy is at the very core of the Melt method. The Hand and Foot Therapy course is a 30-day online instructor training. We've broken it down into modules for you. And while it's a self-paced course, you're also invited to live Zoom calls with our top Melt instructor trainers. They'll refine your skills as you move through the course. In every module, you'll also find a Q&A section where you can ask questions directly to our master trainer team. You'll also gain access to a private Facebook group where you can connect with your peers. After every live call, I post videos on that Facebook page to help keep you on track to complete the course. Here's what's included in the price of the training: the Melt Method Hand and Foot Therapy Kit, 2 manuals that will guide you through the science, theory, and practical application of the Melt Method, video tutorials, live support throughout the course, lifetime access to the course, CEUs that you can apply to your accredited certification organizations, a 6-month instructor membership giving you access to our instructor portal where you'll create your own profile so people can find you on our website and gain access to teaching and business resources like printouts, flyer templates, and class outlines. Plus, you'll also receive a special 3-month membership to Melt On Demand, our streaming service, so you can start your own self-care practice using the soft therapy roller treatments and techniques. I teach live classes every week, and you'll find many of our top instructors sharing their favorite Melt maps on the platform too. Now, once you complete the course, the support doesn't stop there. You'll then gain access to the Melt Instructor Only Facebook group to stay connected to me and our instructors. As an instructor, we also offer monthly instructor calls where you can ask client questions and connect with our business team. There's also business and marketing meetings to help you learn how to promote yourself on social media and become an affiliate member to our website and learn to generate passive income beyond teaching the method. How many online trainings help you incorporate what you've learned into actionable steps to improve your business and your services? Our instructor business model is structured around returning your investment quickly. By following our plan, you'll be teaching hand and foot intro classes in just a few months. This will help you generate a solid income to join in on the next level of training. Now, because you've taken the initiative to watch this entire video, I'm offering you a 50% discount to the upcoming course. Just click the pop-up link that just appeared, and I look forward to expanding your ability to help yourself and your community thrive. Thanks again for taking interest in the science of self-care and the Melt method. Happy melting!